Good morning from Norway, quiet here, and welcome to another day on the St. Olav's Way. Leaving the campsite, mile 60 or so. Beautiful spot. Great time last night. Very peaceful. Hung around, ate some dinner, read for a few hours, and went to sleep. Now I'm just on this dirt road, following the trail. It's going to be a big-ish day. There is a town coming up in about 17 miles. So that's going to be the main goal. I think between here and there, there's a couple of small villages, but the town has a campground, so I figure I'll shoot for that. I don't have internet yet, so I don't know if they're open or how much it is. We'll see how it works out. A couple of miles outside of town, there's a little patch of woods, so that's an alternative. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, it is forecast to rain all day today. Yeah, I got out camp a little late, around 9:30 or so. I was just kind of taking my time. They had that little shelter there, so I put all my stuff in there, broke down the tent, so if it started to rain, everything would be dry. So it was nice packing up a dry tent today. Yeah, just enjoyed a cup of coffee, watched the lake, just easing back into the lazy through hiking pilgrim lifestyle. So family of sheep walking by, just stare at me as soon as they saw me coming. But I'm going this way. On your way, little sheep. Okay, slight break in the rain. Leaving the road, entering the woods. There's a village coming up about 1.5 miles. Still don't have cell service, but maybe I will when I get closer there and I can investigate that campground in town. Oh man, that was a bit of a workout. Rock scrambles and slippery rocks, roots. Couldn't even really record and keep both hands on trekking poles for balance. There was some like wooden plank bridges set up around some of the muddy spots, and they're like sagging, super slippery. Okay. Oh, another nice lake here. This one looks a lot bigger. So yeah, I made it to that village, but I think it's actually just a small collection of houses. Still pretty remote, no reception still, so pushing on. Okay, well, this is pretty overgrown. I wouldn't have found it if it wasn't for a little hanging trail marker there. Yeah, I'm pretty far above the lake. See it to the left through the trees. Yeah, this is slow going. Kind of just assumed it would be following dirt roads and stuff. So this is a nice little surprise, even though probably should have left a little bit earlier. This is kind of just practice for the more remote trail I'll be doing in probably just a couple days from now, actually. Since I get to Hamar, I will take the train east to the start of that trail, the Österdalen. Probably ask somebody how to pronounce these things at some point. Okay, well, almost just peed myself. I am way off route. I've been following these little markers, but I checked the map and I'm heading in the opposite direction I should be. So I don't know if this is an alternate or what. But yeah, being out here and there's overgrowth, the rain, yeah, it's not fun. I do see a road on the map if I keep going this way, so I'm really kind of putting my faith in these little markers right now. Let me down to this little dirt road here, and I see proper trail marker signs, so yeah, it worked out. I guess must have been a reroute that wasn't on the GPS data I had. Yeah, that was a little scary. Okay, came out of the woods, right off this small town here. Still no reception on my main phone. I'm getting a few bars, but it's not connecting to anything. But my iPhone connected to 5G, even though still throttled. It took a little while, but I was able to bring up the Google Map info on that campground in that town. Looks like it's mainly caters to like mobile homes and stuff, which is pretty much the norm out here in Europe. But I did see a couple of reviews on tents. Didn't list prices. I wasn't able to check availability because I'd have to go to the website, and that just loads too slow. So I guess I'll just be playing it by ear. But that's what I'll shoot for. just kind of roll up and see if they accommodate one-person tents and how much they are. It would be nice to grab a beer when I get to town, though. It's been a few days. Not really sure what the local Norwegian brew is. I'll have to look that up. Okay, yeah, past this little village. There was a sign. It did something about a hostel, a schoolhouse. This is a red building. Could be a schoolhouse, but of course I'm not going to be stopping. Just nice to know how things work. Looks like usually remote sections like this, this trail already doesn't see a lot of pilgrims. Usually you call in advance to book something. But top of this hill here, I did get some internet, so went on the website for that camping ground. I didn't book anything. It looks like they only book the lodges online, but yeah, it looks like tent site's about $20, which seems about right. If it wasn't raining, I might stop for a bit. Yeah, haven't had lunch yet. Still have about like 10 miles to go, so I think I might just push through. Oh, I was just stopped and saw the sign by the trail. Apparently this is a primeval forest. Some of the trees are like hundreds of years old, and some have like a diameter of like a meter. Oh, that's pretty cool. Does look pretty ancient. Yeah, the rain, when I got internet, I also checked the forecast, and yeah, it's 100% for the next few hours, so pretty much now till I get to town. So it's been a bit slow going, keep like overheating the rain gear. I guess Spain was good practice for this. Got a little rain hiking experience in. Okay, just emerged from the primeval forest. Doesn't look like much, but this is the highest point of the day. Mostly all downhill now in the town. There's a little flat rock here. I think I'm gonna eat a candy bar before I head on. We have about 6.5 miles or so to go, and it's like 2:15, so got relatively plenty of time. Hopefully the campground doesn't book up too much, but we'll see. Oh, I only took about 10 minutes at that little rest spot, a candy bar, some water. It's pretty cold out, so I don't want to stop for too long. And immediately back into the forest. This goes on for another 2 miles or so. And after that, I think I'll be following roads in the town. It's been a bit slow going, a lot of rocks, a lot of mud. I was hearing some creepy sounds earlier, but it's kind of par for the course in the woods. Okay, just made it to the road. Did not record pretty much anything after the last clip because, oh man, it was like really slippery, and I was like concerned about slipping and breaking some things. I was kind of going over scenarios in my head, like what would happen if I got injured. And very soon after that, just out of nowhere, my lower back just went out on me, very painfully. I started screaming, and if it wasn't for my chicken poles, I probably would have collapsed. I have had back pain before, like starting in my 20s. Last time it really put me out of commission was like 15 years ago, so I was like in bed for like 2 or 3 days. But ever since then, I get twinges occasionally, but it's not too bad. This, I thought for a second it completely went out, but I mean, what was the alternative? I couldn't just sit in the middle of the trail and die, so I pressed on. It's like Jesse Ventura said in Predator.
I ain't got time to bleed.
So yeah, out of the woods there, literally. Now, I think it's mainly a road walk for the next 4 miles to town. Oh, I bet this would look really nice if it was sunnier. Yeah, there's just a giant lake down there. I think I'm going to be heading down and following it up. The town I'm shooting for is kind of a little bay of the lake. But yeah, I was a little wrong before. It was about 5 miles from back there, so from here it's like 4.5. Slow going. I'm still heading down towards the lake. Still have a few miles to go. Wet, in pain, cold, ready to get to town. Well, culture shock. Sorry for the water on the lens. Yeah, major construction's going on. First person I seen all day was in a bulldozer. I asked him if I could go this way, and he said it was fine. So, still on the trail, still heading to town. I'm still walking around the lake, but I think I see where I'm going. I believe that's the town. So close, yet so far. Okay, may have caught a break. Looks like there might be a shortcut to the campground. I think the trail goes straight, goes to the northern end of town, but I think if I just take this road, it'll take me straight to the campground. And it's still raining, but getting some better views of the lake. Okay, I think this might be it. See a restaurant sign. Doesn't seem to be running. That's not a good sign. Well, unfortunately, they were closed. So yeah, this is not a celebratory beer. It is I'm screwed beer. There's nothing in this town. No restaurants, no hotels or Airbnbs or anything. I mentioned today, I mean, there are some woods a few miles down outside of town. You know, it's kind of the alternative backup, but I am just not feeling doing another couple miles, especially since I'm not sure what the conditions be like when I get there, and it's only one small patch. My experience past few nights have proven anything. It's kind of deceptive. So, not sure what the plan is. Gonna figure it out. Actually, so I think I might have to leave this on a cliffhanger. So, thanks for watching. Make sure you've liked and subscribed. And, as always, goodbye forever.